Most people think a city becomes dangerous overnight. They imagine one terrible event, one gang, or one leader turning peaceful streets into a battlefield. But the truth is far more disturbing. Some cities don't fall in a single day. They slowly surrender, one neighborhood at a time, until fear becomes stronger than the law. There was once a city where families filled the parks every weekend. Children raced home from school with smiles on their faces, and local businesses stayed open late into the evening. It wasn't perfect, but people believed tomorrow would always be better than today. Then everything began to change. It started with small crimes. A few stores were robbed, cars disappeared from parking lots, street gangs appeared in neighborhoods that had never seen organized crime before. At first, many people believed it was only a temporary problem. They trusted the authorities would restore order. Instead, the criminals grew stronger. They recruited teenagers with promises of easy money. For many young people struggling to survive, joining a gang seemed like the only way to escape poverty. Every new recruit made the gangs larger, wealthier, and more powerful. Soon they weren't just committing crimes. They were controlling entire neighborhoods. Businesses were forced to pay protection money just to keep their doors open. Those who refused often found their shops burned down or destroyed overnight. Some owners disappeared without a trace. Others packed everything they owned and fled, leaving behind empty buildings that became symbols of a city losing hope. As fear spread, ordinary people changed the way they lived. Parents no longer allowed their children to play outside after sunset. Streets that were once full of laughter became silent before dark. Neighbors who had known each other for years stopped talking openly because nobody knew who might be working for the gangs. The city's economy began to collapse. Investors left, factories closed, jobs disappeared. With fewer opportunities, even more young people turned to crime. It became a cycle that seemed impossible to break. Every solution arrived too late, while every new problem made the next one even worse. The police faced an impossible challenge. Some officers fought bravely, risking their lives every day. Others gave in to corruption, accepting money to look the other way. Each act of corruption weakened public trust. Soon, many citizens no longer believed anyone was truly in control. The gangs became bolder. They decided who could enter certain neighborhoods, who could open a business, and sometimes even who could live there. Their influence reached far beyond the streets, affecting schools, transportation, and daily life. Entire communities learned to adapt to rules written not by elected leaders, but by armed criminals. Despite everything, hope refused to disappear completely. Teachers continued showing up to classrooms, determined to give children a future beyond violence. Doctors treated victims regardless of the danger. Volunteers organized food drives, youth programs, and neighborhood cleanups, believing that rebuilding a city begins with rebuilding its people. Slowly, those acts of courage reminded everyone that crime may control streets, but it doesn't have to control hearts. History has shown that cities can recover, though the road is long and difficult. It requires honest leadership, economic opportunity, fair justice, strong communities, and citizens who refuse to surrender to fear. No city is transformed overnight, and no city is saved overnight either. The story of a city taken over by crime is not only a warning about violence, it is a reminder that when poverty, corruption, inequality, and hopelessness are ignored for too long, crime finds room to grow. But when communities unite, support one another, and demand accountability, even the darkest chapters can begin to close. The real question isn't how a city falls into crime. The real question is whether its people can find the courage to... Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Every week you'll get fresh stories, valuable insights, and information you won't want to miss. Hit the subscribe button now, and I'll see you in the next video.